Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be painting this beautiful landscape using a reference photo from a free website called Pexels, and it's an awesome website. You can find there a lot of beautiful photographs of nature and whatever you like to paint. And if you do like watercolors but still want to learn, I have over 200 tutorials on my channel, so make sure to check them out and maybe, decide to subscribe to my channel. For this painting, I will be using a couple of colors. I will be using Mother Lake Red Light. Also, I will be using some burnt sienna and mix of Mother Lake Red Light and some blue. And at the end, I will be using some white gouache for the stars and the moon, and also some neutral black. From brushes, I will be using a larger flat brush, a larger round brush, medium-sized round brush, smaller round brush, and a script brush, and maybe some detail brush for those cute little birdies. And also I will be using brush for sprinkling my stars, but that brush you will see later on. From the papers, I will be using this Clairefontaine Fontaine watercolor paper, 300 GSM or 140 pounds. 18 by 24 centimeters or 7 by 9.5 inches. So let's get started. I'm starting off with pre-wetting the entire paper, and I'm just being careful not to leave any puddles, but just to pre-wet it quite evenly. And then I am using mix of Mother Lake Red Light and Ultramarine to make that purple color, and starting off in a right upper corner with that color, going a little bit downwards, and then using a little bit of Mother Lake Red Light for the left side, and then mix of, I think this is raw sienna and cadmium yellow medium to paint in the lower part of my sky. And I'm just slightly going upwards also into the sky. I do want those colors to mix, but I do want also to leave them separated. And while the paint is still wet, I am using a white tissue paper to pick up the paint for the clouds, and where I want to pick a little bit more paint and get a little bit more wider space, I'm pressing it a little bit harder, and where I want that paint to come back also into that clouds, I'm pressing it slightly lighter, because if I don't pick up all the water, all the moisture, the paint will come back in those places, but also be a little less saturated there. And after the paint completely dried, I moved on to the second layer, and this time I've used a little bit more of the blue. I've actually added a little bit of indigo also and painted in just that upper right corner, which I wanted to be darker. When it dried, it became too light for me, so I wanted to darken it slightly, so added the mix of Mother Lake Red Light, indigo and ultramarine to that corner, as I said, just to make it slightly darker. And then I moved on to painting the clouds in a lower part of the sky, and those clouds I wanted to be quite vibrant and quite saturated, so I was using mix of burnt sienna and cadmium yellow medium to paint in the first layer. I did pre-wet the paper, but just slightly. I did not use too much water, just a little water, just to make it slightly wet, and then painted in the first layer, and then added a little bit more of that burnt sienna and painted in the second layer, the darker layer of those clouds. And again, after the paint completely dried, I've painted the stars, and this is the brush I'm using for stars. It has quite stiff bristles, so it's perfect for sprinkling this also smaller stars. And when they dried, I used the washi tape to draw in the half circle of my moon. And I'm not even sure if you can see it. It is there because I did want it to be circle and to be quite precise looking. And if you don't want that, you don't have to use anything to draw in that half circle. But I did, as I said, wanted to. Then I used a white gouache, quite amount of white gouache, and painted in on the border of that line. And just as you can see, I've painted not very thick line, but also not very thin. This is just, I think, 1/4 of the moon. And then washed my brush and just smudge it on the left side. It is the left side, it is not turned upside down, so it is the right, but it is the left side of the moon. And after that, I've just again picked up a little bit of the paint here and there just to leave those darker spots on the moon. And well, you will see when it dries, it will be, you know, those places won't be visible anymore, because when whitewash dries, it also becomes a little bit more transparent. At least this one I have. So I will be adding a little bit more layers to the moon. Don't be worried if that happens to you too, just add a little bit more layers. And now I'm painting in those small birdies, and I'm not trying to paint it perfectly. I'm just going with the tip of my brush and going to the body, painting the wings, and going to the body, I'm pressing it slightly harder, and then going up again to the wings, pressing it a little bit lighter and using only the tip of my brush. And that is how I actually painted them. They're quite small, so they don't have to be very precise. And after that, I've painted in the land and used neutral black for it. And then with a script brush, I've painted in the trees and bushes, grasses on the top of that land, on the top of that rocks, mountains, whatever. And as you can see, again, I'm not trying to be precise and paint every single tree. I'm just wiggling my brush, going upwards and adding the impression that there are maybe some forest or trees, bushes, whatever you like, you can just add there. And afterwards, I've added a little bit more stars, and right now, as I was saying to you earlier, I did do a second layer to the moon because when it dried, it was too light. And with the tissue paper, I've picked up a little bit paint here and there, just to again leave those darker spots. And I actually did a third layer also. When it dries, it was again too light, so I've added a third layer. And with that, I'll be finishing off this painting and of course this video. Thank you guys a lot for watching, for all your support. I hope you like it. And if you do like it, please hit the like button, share it, comment, tell me your thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts and your suggestions. And if you haven't still, please subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot to me. And if you do want to go even further, please consider joining my channel. You can find out a little bit more about that if you press that join button next to the subscribe button and listen to the offer, and then decide whether or not you want to join. And guys, well, without further ado, thank you again, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!